Hello 2T1. Now in today's lesson, we'll be doing AGM8 Controlling Events 1. So here are some MCQ questions that you need to answer after we have finished the practice exercises. Let's go straight to the practice exercises. Go to AGM8, click on Practice 1. Now in this AGM8 Practice 1, you see that there's a backdrop and you see that there are multiple sprites. So the intent of this exercise is to show you that when we are having multiple sprites, we can actually use events, the green flag, to control the sprites. So for example, the scripts for the fish, alright, when green flag is clicked, right, say I want to set the rotation style to left right, after which I want it to be forever moving, so I'm going to use forever loop. Alright, and I'm going to ask it to move 10 steps, weight 0.1, and if on edge it will bounce. Now at the same time, I also want to do animation for the starfish, and I can also use this green flag event to control it as well. So when green flag is clicked, it means that the two characters are actually animating at the same time. So when green flag is clicked, alright, I can actually make it move forever. I can ask it to say hey for 2 seconds, after which say look over here for 2 seconds, and then I can put in wait 2 seconds. So when green flag is clicked, you can see that the two sprites are animating at the same time. So using the green flag to control the two scripts, and of course when you press stop, it means both of them will stop at the same time. How about if I were to also put, when green flag is clicked, set rotation style, left, right, and again forever, I want it to point towards the fish. So what will happen when this is run? So you can see that it's forever pointing towards the fish, and at the same time, it will say hey and look over here. So you can actually use this green flag is clicked. It can also be done on the same character. It can also be done to control both characters. So this is AGM8 practice 1 that you have to do. That's the first task. Once you have done this, alright, proceed to save it as AGM8 practice 1 underscore your name. So I'm going to save it as D drive, work to submit, AGM8 practice 1 underscore your name. Now let's move on to the next task. So file open, I'm going to go on to the next task. Practice 2. Now when you turn on practice 2, you see that there are various pictures by the knight and various pictures by the princess. So what do you need to do over here? Now, when I click on green flag, you can see that both of them are talking at the same time. This is not what we want in an animation. So what you need to do is you need to put in some weight. So only one person can be talking at one time, and the person talks for 2 seconds. So when the knight talks for 2 seconds, you want the princess to be waiting for 2 seconds first to allow the knight to talk. So now when I click on green flag, the knight will be talking first, and then after that the princess will talk, and then the knight will talk. So in the night, after the knight has spoken something, the knight will wait for 2 seconds to allow the princess to say, "Are you looking for me? I'm right here." So this is how the start should look like. Alright, I'll leave it to you to finish the rest of AGM8 practice 2. And once you have finished it, save it as AGM8 practice 2 underscore your name. Right? So you need to put in another few more weight for the knight and 3 more weight for the, or rather 2 more weight for the princess, and it should be about 1 more weight for the knight. So this should be quite simple. Right? Once you are done, proceed to save your work. Save it as AGM8 practice 2 underscore your name. So let's move on to AGM8 practice 3. Under AGM8 practice 3, what you see is this flying rhino. So here we want you to practice what happens when the key is pressed and when these different things are pressed. So when I click on this, you can see that it plays the sound fairy dust, and it actually turns 360 degrees. When up arrow key is pressed, alright, change size by 10. When down arrow key is pressed, change size by -10. When this sprite is clicked, it sets size to 100% and say hello there for 2 seconds. So play with different scripts. And you can also experiment with some other codes. Instead of when this sprite is clicked, you can also put in when the space key is pressed. So you can even change this. Right? When the space key is pressed, set size to 100%. Or you can also choose different keys. So these are different things whereby you can play around and get to know all these codes. Okay? With that, that's all for today's video.